live. Welcome in, everybody. TV Sports 27 hitting the air with you guys. Sorry for being a couple minutes late. We said 8:30. It's 8:45. What the heck? We're here, and we're getting ready for an action-packed episode of Monday Night Raw as we are officially continuing the road to Halloween Havoc. This is the second week in the month of October, meaning we are just 6 episodes away. 3 Monday Night Raws, 3 SmackDowns. We are inching closer to Halloween Havoc, and we have a jam-packed show for you from Youngstown, home of the Penguins, Youngstown Penguins. We got a spectacular main event now. Again, this is going to be a 2-parter. You guys, if you're watching live on Twitch, you're going to get to see the whole thing, one sitting. So join us live on Twitch if you want to see that. If you're not watching, pardon me, still getting over a cold here. If you're not watching live on Twitch, you're going to get these episodes back to back. So the first part here, concluding with our main event, which is going to be tables, ladders, and chairs here on Monday Night Raw. Briefcase hanging high above the ring. It's the Heyman Empire versus the remnants of the KO Way, and they are promising a brand new mystery associate. What the heck is that? Apparently in the briefcase, it's a championship opportunity against Kevin Owens coming up at Halloween Havoc. So an opportunity for the KO Way, and eventually the Heyman Empire wanting to put their focus on Retribution. So Paul Heyman, he's been talking all week. Of course, we saw the TLC match, or I should say the tables match on WWE Dark that was won by Gargano and Theory. But then we saw the response. We saw Kevin Owens turn around and defeat U.S. Champion Austin Theory on SmackDown. And now we are going to see if this is going to be the conclusion of the rivalry as it comes to a head, as Paul Heyman has said multiple times. I am here and I am ready to focus on eliminating the Retribution problem. So we are going to see how that all turns out and if that actually does come to a head here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And is the KO Way going to be able to go their separate ways, or is it going to be more of the same? Well, we're going to find out. That's going to be in part 2. However, part 1, though, we still got some big things, including this rivalry continuing between Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. We've seen Charlotte Flair added into the mix, and we saw a main event matchup last Monday night on Raw, on our last Monday Night Raw stream. And in the main event, it was where we kind of started to see this new alliance form, and still looking for names. I asked for ChatGPT's help, and they didn't give me a whole bunch. But we saw Becky Lynch lose to Charlotte Flair last Monday on Raw, but we also saw that involvement from Shayna Baszler as well in the middle of that match. So an alliance formed between Shayna Baszler and Miss Money in the Bank. Of course, we got the rivalry continuing as well between Asuka and Bianca Belair. That's got to be coming to a head coming up here at Halloween Havoc. But we're going to see what happens here. Are we going to see an appearance from the Queen? But Becky obviously looking for a little bit of payback based on what happened on last Monday's edition of Monday Night Raw. And of course, that is in the archives on YouTube. So we'll go ahead and get our plugs out of the way quickly, as we were talking about off the top. If you're watching on Twitch, we stream live on Twitch. We try to hit a live streaming goal of Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sunday being a Patreon day. We know this Saturday we are going to present our second Ultra Fan stream, which is going to be Denver Broncos franchise football, so be on the lookout for that, and be on the lookout for some Patreon content coming your way on Sunday. But if you're watching live on Twitch, hit the follow button. We're trying to boost those followers on Twitch. We got about 20% of the amount of followers on Twitch that we do subscribers on YouTube. So let's try to see if we can't bump that number up on Twitch. If you're part of Twitch, if you're watching live on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to join us live, you can interact with us in the chat room. You can talk with us, answer questions, all that fun stuff. You can ask questions or answer questions, whichever. You can follow along, twitch.tv/tvsports27. All the links are in the description if you're watching on YouTube. If you want to catch the replays of all of our Twitch streams, maybe you can't make it live to every single stream that we do. If you want to catch the replays, you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button. Do both of them because it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and we're going to start streaming again on YouTube. So let's see if we can't hit our goal, 1,000 subscribers, and let's just get a whole bunch of thumbs up on these videos, all right? And finally, final plug, we've been saying as well, we got one more extra plug. Follow along with us on Twitter, tvsports27 on Twitter. We don't have a whole lot of interaction going on Twitter. I'll probably start tweeting more if we get some more followers, but we encourage you guys, follow us on Twitter. And finally, go ahead, check us out. If you're able to help support, keep this channel alive, patreon.com/tvsports27. We're going to give our Mega Fan Patreon shout-outs right now. For those of you on our Mega Fan tier, we thank you so much. And here come your shout-outs. So thank you, Mr. Maple, Justin Russell, Jonathan Harrigan, and Ultra Fan K. Duckman. Thank you guys so much for being Patreon Mega Fans. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and you help keep the channel alive. And if you want to help keep the channel alive, go ahead, do us a favor, check us out. Try us for a month. $5 gets you in the door, gets you a month. We have over 150 plus videos of bonus content. The archives from our previous YouTube channel from back in 2012. That's going back some years. 2012 to about 2015, 2016 was our previous YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, those archives are going up. And we got a bunch of the archives on there, and we're putting up new content all the time. Sundays are Patreon Sundays, and, well, we got a little something extra going on here in this rivalry. Becky is going to roll out of the ring. Wait a minute now. Becky, surprisingly, has had enough. Maybe Shayna, some underhand tactics. Oh! It was just a trick by Becky Lynch. You know Becky wasn't going to do that. Wonderful trick by Becky Lynch. We got WWE Dark, which is a bonus match from Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown that is a part of our Patreon subscription. And tonight's episode of WWE Dark is going to be a pretty good one. Based on the results of what happened on SmackDown, you guys saw the Hug and Boss Connection come in and get a victory. Well, we are going to have a #1 contenders ladder match, fatal four-way style, where the winners will take on Retribution at Halloween Havoc for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Hug and Boss Connection, Generation Now, the Riot Squad, and the return of the Twisted Sisters, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross. Fatal four-way ladder match. That takes place on WWE Dark right after this stream, and it's all yours. $5 gets you in the door. Try it for a month. You don't like it, all the content you watch you get to keep because it's unlisted YouTube links. So if you don't like it, you sign up for a month, you cancel, you get all the stuff. So if you want to see the match, it's not like you lose it. If you cancel, you're always going to have it, but you'll want to stay subscribed because we always got new WWE Dark episodes. We got the Sunday Night Football Patreon, our XFL game. We got the XHL coming your way, Mortal Kombat. All the archives go up on Patreon, all kinds of good stuff. And we're going to be doing something on Patreon this week as well for Patreon Sundays. So stay tuned, be on the lookout. Let me know what you guys want to see. So now that the plugs are out of the way, we can continue on here. Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler in this continued rivalry in Youngstown. We get a little disarmor, not quite like a modified, well, Shayna now. Oh my goodness, she is actually going to tap out. That was a quick tap out. And a measure of revenge for Becky Lynch, the pit fight as we said at the last mega event, not quite enough rivalry is continued, but a potential tag team forming between Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler. And does Becky need to get some help on her side?
Here is your winner, Becky.
For now, though, no problem for Becky. She took the loss to Charlotte Flair. She gets the win over Baszler here tonight. And with that, a high rivalry. It's going to continue, guys. I hope you like Becky and Shayna, because it's going to continue on here. Up next, tag team action, as the new rivalry that started between Roderick Strong and The Miz. They're going to be on opposite sides, as well as Robert Roode, who is your current WWE Intercontinental Champion, and Seth Rollins, who picked up a victory in a triple threat match with AJ Styles and Drew Gulak last week, putting him in a potential spot to get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship coming up at Halloween Havoc. People were calling it a 10-star classic, by the way, that triple threat match. If you guys did not get a chance to see it, go ahead. It is on the archives on YouTube, and it's labeled a 10-star classic. It's got a good, actually it doesn't have too many views. It was one, I had some pretty good views on my WWE content the last few weeks, but that, one with the triple threat, I guess people didn't want to see the 10-star matchup. But here is your Intercontinental Champion, Robert Roode.
And his partner from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 200 pounds. Roderick Strong.
So Roderick Strong had I'm trying to think of a better word for it. You don't want to say just a throwaway match, but Roderick Strong and The Miz, who haven't had many pay-per-view opportunities in Universe Mode, they found themselves in a pretty heated battle, a brawl, if you will, going all around the ring. And it's kind of developed this mini rivalry, and they were talking all last week on SmackDown. Both Miz and Roderick Strong picked up some impressive wins, and now they're going to go up against each other in this tag team contest. Miz, a two-time Grand Slam winner in WWE, and Roderick Strong hoping to get there since making it to the main roster in real life. If you guys saw, he had quite the Falls Count Anywhere match in AEW with Chris Jericho. It was pretty wild, if you guys saw that last night. An incredible fight. I love it. Some people, I feel like, you read online, maybe Falls Count Anywhere matches are very liked by a lot of fans. I've always been, since the time I was a kid, I've always loved a good Falls Count Anywhere match, and it's hard to explain why, I suppose. I think I just like seeing different parts of the arena, and I like just seeing something different, but I love the old hardcore championship matches where, Big Boss Man had a classic one at SummerSlam 99 where Road Dogg was running around doing commentary, and they went across the street. It was a Boss Man and Al Snow, I believe, right? Or Boss Man and Hardcore Holly or something, but yeah, I love a good Falls Count, so that was exciting for me to see that. So Roderick Strong, he may be all elite, but here in his WWE run, his tag team partner, Tommaso Ciampa, has been on the losing end a number of weeks. He was trying to get into the Intercontinental Championship mix, and we have not seen him on TV in a number of weeks, so still got plenty to come, including our main event of this first half of Monday Night Raw, this first half stream, which is going to be the returning Big Boss Man. He is back. He has returned from the ambulance from the hospital, and he is challenging the brand new 24/7 champion Drew McIntyre for the 24/7 championship here tonight. And then, of course, your main event on the next half of Monday Night Raw. It is the tables, ladders, and chairs match for a shot at Kevin Owens' undisputed championship. It is going to be the Heyman Empire, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, going up against The Way, Johnny Gargano. Hold on here. Oh, I got Chuck. Pardon me. Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory, the U.S. champion, and their new associate. And they're saying this is going to shock the world, folks. I don't know what the heck is happening as who this new person might be. We're also going to see Kane in action here tonight on Monday Night Raw for the first time since he made his shocking return to WWE, aligning himself with Retribution. Kane hoping to take WWE for himself, saying he was promised so much as part of the corporate team, and then he was promised a whole lot as part of the Authority. He was promised a spot forever with Triple H, and it didn't happen. And now he wants to take WWE for his own, aligning with Retribution, almost like a higher power, so to speak. And we're going to see Kane in action tonight. Unfortunately, the audio, look at this cover in the ring, The Miz, almost with the victory over Roderick Strong. Unfortunately, last Monday's episode of Raw, the audio did not happen. There was no audio going out, and I was none the wiser. Skull-crushing finale, and The Miz pins Roderick Strong. How about that quick victory for The Miz? Very quick win, a shocking quick by The Miz, but we always say don't discount The Miz now. Don't overlook The Miz. Roderick Strong goes down in quick fashion, and The Miz takes the victory. A lot of speculation. We're going to see those two one-on-one again at Halloween Havoc. But yeah, last Monday, unfortunately, my audio was not broadcasting from my microphone. I did a mic check here today. Maybe you guys heard the little echo at the beginning, but don't know why that happens from time to time randomly. I stream right through the PS4, so I don't know if it's some PS4 glitch. I always say, please let me know in the chat if I'm not streaming any audio commentary here. So you guys didn't get to hear a lot of the explanation from Kane that we promoted on the show, but we've kind of talked about it in past streams. But basically it is that Kane, you know, is a former member of the corporate team and then a member of the Authority, and Kane saying that basically he was promised the world as part of the Authority. He was promised that he was going to be the guy. And then when Triple H and everyone got ousted and then Mr. McMahon sold, Kane apparently contacted when that news came up and said, hey, you know, I was promised as part of the Authority, corporate Kane, that this was going to be ours one day. What gives? And McMahon said, no, I'm selling to the highest bidder. You know, the money talks. So it upset Kane, apparently, allegedly, went to Retribution and said, I want to help you take this thing over. I know what it's like. I'm wearing the mask. I know what it's like to be judged with the mask. Kane, T-Bar, Mace, and Retribution welcomed him in with open arms to fill the spot that Roman Reigns left behind when that failed friendship went off. And, well, we're off and running. Up next here, Finn Balor. Tall task ahead of him, going up against Omos, and Omos has been doing a lot of talking this past week. Of course, Omos with Apollo Crews, and Omos talking about he wants championship gold in WWE. He came up with a lot of momentum the last month, winning the New Japan Rambo as part of the G1 Supercard, and then coming up short in his opportunity at Clash of the Champions to take the championship from Kevin Owens. So now Omos got to figure out where he wants to go next, and he was involved in the 24/7 championship match last week in a fatal 4-way, did not win the gold. And now I think, as championship matches are getting slotted, as we're headed towards Halloween Havoc, we know that the world title may be spoken for coming up in the TLC match. Possibly the Intercontinental Championship already spoken for with Seth Rollins going for a rematch. 24/7 Championship might still be open, but you're running out of matches here. The tag team titles also spoken for. The New Day picking up a victory on WWE Dark on Patreon as they won the triple threat matchup, and they defeated, of course, the Heyman Empire and The Way, and they are now #1 contenders to the tag team championship. So that's something maybe down the line, but the only championship I'm possibly seeing open is the United States Championship with Austin Theory. And that's if Theory doesn't pull down the briefcase and earn an undisputed championship match here tonight against Kevin Owens. So Omos hungry for gold in WWE. Former WWE champion, though, won the tag team championships with AJ Styles. Kind of interesting, that relationship. They seem like they were the best of friends. And you don't even see AJ and Omos even hang out anymore. It would be interesting, at least for me, to see AJ come back around one day with Omos, but so far, those two have stayed far away from each other. And they were former tag team champions, almost unbeatable tag team champions. If you remember that early run of Omos. But speaking of AJ, Bullet Club buddy Finn Balor, who also may be looking to climb the United States Championship ranks and perhaps can do so with a victory over an Omos that's picked up a lot of steam and that hasn't lost a whole lot as of late. He lost to T-Bar and he lost to Kevin Owens, and it took a lot for Kevin Owens. Oh my God, the Sling Blade. It took a lot for Kevin Owens to get that victory over Omos at the Clash of the Champions. Big splash from the top from Finn Balor. Finn hacking away, picking up Omos. Whoa. Oh, I was going to say he might be a coup de grace away from getting the victory, but not going to happen here. Omos out at the count of 2. Balor up top. There's your coup de grace. Nailed it perfectly on Omos. And a 1 count. This guy is unbelievable. Do you guys remember how many stunners it took to pin Omos at Clash of the Champions? More than one. Many, many, many stunners. I'll just say that. Oh! Finn Balor, inside out. Fall away slam. Boos for Omos. I thought Omos was starting to become fairly popular. There's been a lot of talk too. If we've mentioned about the Heyman Empire. Possibly you want to maybe get Omos on your good side, or recruitment for Omos in this potential upcoming war with Retribution. Oh, was that a low? Was that low? Omos, 1031, nails it onto Finn Balor. The Prince is down. Referee even bought him an extra couple of seconds. And I think that extra couple of seconds did help Balor out, because I don't think Finn Balor kicking out otherwise. Overhead chop, uppercut, just staggering Balor. Balor and Omos out to the arena floor now. And into the barricade. Spectacular way to separate his shoulder. Oh, on the back of the head. Finn Balor on the back of his head. And into the barricade again and again. This is a brutal attack. Referees count. Oh. Up to 7 now. No. Powerbomb. On. Oh. 2 of them. 3 power bombs on the floor. And Omos is going to take a count-out victory over Finn Balor. The Colossus remains dominant with the victory over Balor, and he's got his sights set on championship gold down the line here. But who is going to be his next victim? Stay tuned. Universe Mode. WWE.
Here is your winner, Omar.
All right, guys. It is time for your Part 1 main event here on Monday Night Raw. And it is... Oh, I misspoke. Sorry. It is not the 24/7 championship map. Maybe that's on the next stream. It is the rivalry. The rivalry continues. Asuka and Bianca Belair, match after match after match. But I love a good... People... That's another one where people hated John Cena and Randy Orton because of how many times they fought each other. I loved it. I want to see guys fight over and over and over. Give me the rivalry. That's what we're getting here. Asuka and Bianca Belair here. And the most anticipated matchup in recent memory. That's what I'm talking about. And how is this one going to start off uniquely? And Asuka coming in. Forearm shot. Getting Kings kicked off here. This women's championship rivalry we thought came to a head at Clash of the Champions in the ladder match. It did not. Unsettled, and it has continued on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown over the last number of weeks with these two going at it, going at each other. Bianca Belair, of course, your WWE Women's Champion, who won the championship from Asuka. And Bianca Belair back in control here with a couple of back breakers. Part 2 of this stream, if you're watching live with us on Twitch, it's going to come your way in just a couple of minutes, so stay tuned. You'll see the notification. You can jump right in to the next stream. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll come tomorrow at the same time, Part 2 of Monday Night Raw, and that will include the Drew McIntyre Big Boss Man 24/7 Championship match. It will include the Monday Night Raw return of the new Retribution Kane, and it's going to feature the tables, ladders, and chairs tag team match, possibly the final encounter, unless The Way gets the win. It is going to be the Heyman Empire, undisputed champion Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns versus Johnny Gargano, United States champion Austin Theory, and the newest member of The Way. Who is that new member going to be? And for what I've been told from Theory and Gargano themselves, this new member is going to make quite an impact here tonight. So, yeah, remains to be seen. And I'm hearing about some commotion going on backstage as well. We're going to have to get some news. Maybe Gene Okerlund back there. Maybe at the end of this match, but there's something going on backstage. I can kind of peek, you know, the Monday Night Raw announce table is up at the rampway, right? So you can kind of see the curtain behind you as opposed to SmackDown where you're at ringside. There's people just running. It's like an uneasy feeling, right? Because you're hearing about something going on. And not to take away from this match, but just people are running back and forth. You can hear the footsteps going, and you can see just behind the curtain here at the announce table. So hopefully before we go off the air with part 1 here, we're going to get some more information. I don't know, possibly a retribution attack. I'm hearing that somebody has been laid out backstage, which usually points the fingers toward retribution. So we'll hopefully get more of that after this. Stay tuned. But for right now, quite an illegal choke there. Bianca Belair on Asuka. And Belair, what a 450. Nearly halfway across the ring. Asuka got the early jump. And I thought Belair was going to put it away. But Asuka powers out, and Bianca, that could do it. A little KOD action next. No, drop kick. Maybe one more 450. That might just put the Empress away. Asuka did get the win over Bianca Belair last Monday on Raw, and there's your kick out. Fans getting into this one now. Submission. Asuka able to sneak out of that one. Here might be your KOD. It's been a whole lot of Bianca Belair down the stretch here. Now, if you guys remember the match on Raw, they went brawling all through the arena. It was Asuka who was jumped by Bianca Belair, if you guys remember, on the way to the ring. So I guess that would stand a reason why Asuka tried to jump Belair on the way back. And Asuka just got dominated here. Victory from Belair. So Asuka getting the victory last week. Belair answering back with the victory here tonight. But you know, the rivalry, it don't continue, or will continue. It don't stop. I'm actually reviewing the tape from last week. I don't know if we got an official, because that's when the game kind of broke on us. But I guess Asuka did get the submission win. So anyway, Bianca Belair, victory, high rivalry. This one will continue. Halloween Havoc coming your way. But folks, part 2 of Monday Night Raw coming your way. If you're watching on Twitch, in a couple of moments. If you're watching on YouTube, tune in tomorrow. Drew McIntyre, Big Boss Man, 24/7 Championship kicking off Monday Night Raw Part 2.